Yeah, it really doesn't feel like you're going to get a sunburn being out here right now. Right.
Yeah, this doesn't feel like sitting in direct sunlight.
Right. So there's this live, this 365 degree live video stream of the solar eclipse, and I look at it and it's just like a camera setup where there's a bunch of people watching the solar eclipse. So you can turn the thing and see a video screen showing it, but there's no filter, so if you try to look anywhere near the sun, it's just like a brightness that's unrecognizable as anything. Which will probably be good like during the thing, because I imagine that once enough sunlight is blocked out, it'll be good, but I'm assuming that the live stream is inside the range of total like eclipse. See those kids over there, they don't even seem to be noticing that there's anything going on right now. Because once again, you don't look at the sun. So if it's a little bit lighter out and a little bit cooler out, your mind is just going to assume that there's just clouds covering it at the time.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like it's a little bit cloudy.
Right. It's supposed to be 11:33 is when it's. I had an alarm set for 11:15, just so I would make sure to come out for it.
I come out at 11, back out at 11:25, because even 75% sun or 25% sun is too much for me.
Fair enough. Hello. Got a pretty good view of the eclipse.
Oh, dang.
Wanna?
Whoa.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
In about, let's see, about 16 minutes, it will be as covered as it can possibly be.
Yeah.
You forget where you were going?
Well, I thought I had my phone in my pocket, but I didn't.
not sure that is chroma. I think that's just light bleed.
sun moves, so you have to adjust the camera all the time.
I gotta go skiing and stuff. And then we gotta go hiking on the mountain and stuff.
So yeah, I have my camera recording too, so you can see it easier
That's
with
cool.
the camera, but it's not quite the same.
Yeah. It's gonna be dark and then I'm gonna
You can already feel that it's not as hot out here. It doesn't feel like you'd get a sunburn out here right now.
What happens if you don't have that on the camera?
Then either it could potentially break the camera, but at the best it would just wash out and all it would be is like a black spot.
Oh.
It would overload the receptors of the camera and either damage them or
Like
deactivate them.
Or like when
That's
Kind of like if you look directly at the sun, then you have a spot in your eyes where you can't see for a while. The same thing would happen to the camera. Or it would just break it, which that will happen to your eyes if you look at the sun too long too.
I'm talking about the dog.
There's a lot of tiny dogs in these apartments.
I had a puppy that sometimes my dog and her dog would like always play.
Sometimes she goes a little rough.
Like she'll start growling.
Barking.
If you wanna, hey, if you wanna look at it, use these. You can come borrow them if you want.
Seriously, why would you look at the soap?
I don't know.
That's not good for your eyes.
Or you can just look in here. Yeah, don't look right at the sun, you'll hurt your eyes.
What was that? It went a little dark and then it went black.
Probably a bird or a plane. Oh.
Yeah, or a cloud.
It's looks like a star. Well, not a star, but
Well, it is literally a star, so
That's true. But
I wonder why it's like black, pitch black. While
do you
don't see
think
the
that babies could deform during the eclipse?
I don't think so, no.
sun. What if
The reason it's black is because there's no the difference in light is too great. It's like if you shine a flashlight past something in a dark room, you won't be able to see that something because of the difference in light. Plus, these things block out almost all light, so even if you could see a little bit of the moon without them, you would just burn out your eyes by looking that close to the sun anyways.
like my dad said that like the sun is like getting closer or something.
No.
My dad's always wrong. He said I would go to school today. I got ready for nothing.
The moon is actually getting slightly farther away, but
Yeah,
by
but the sun.
almost insignificant amounts. The sun, the Earth goes around the sun, so it's possible that the Earth is getting closer or farther away from the sun, but I don't think it is by any
The sun would
perceivable
just like
amounts.
stay there.
It feels like
Get a
the
lazy
sun
butt.
is just right there.
We are in a stable orbit around the sun, so there's not much of a chance of anything breaking
It'll
that
take
orbit.
forever to make it dark.
Be patient.
It's about a 2.5 hour window that the eclipse goes through, so
I thought it would be like 2 or 3 hours.
yeah, it takes about 2.5 hours from the moon to go from one side of the sun to the other. It's about in the middle. 10 more minutes and it'll be as dark as it's going to get at 11:33. Thank you, Internet, for giving me the exact times on everything.
What would you do without it? Oh, life would be low.
I'd be crying to death if I didn't have internet.
Or why?
I would be like running away.
Technology saves the day.
Yeah.
It's true.
Everybody's on their phones. My dad is even on his phone like every day.
I'm all about video games, so
Me too. And her, she's not about it.
it's okay. Everybody has their own hobbies.
I have my.
I also read a lot and watch a lot of, TV shows. Most of them have superheroes, but
Who's your favorite superhero?
Mine's
I really like Batman. I'm also a fan of Deadpool.
Deadpool's not really a superhero because he's like a villain. Superheroes don't kill.
He's what they call an anti-hero. He's not really a villain, but he's not really a superhero
Well,
either.
heroes sometimes have to kill bad guys.
He
But
kills a lot.
He does kill a lot, which is why you're right. He's not really a hero. He's more of an anti-hero.
I like Spider-Man, Batman.
Spider-Man is also really cool.
I don't really like Captain America. I really.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Captain America either. Like, I don't hate him, but he's far from my favorite.
I read the comics.
I haven't read a lot of the comics. I've read a Deadpool run.
Out that window.
Why don't you? No. You're not gonna chase that poor dog. No. She's not really. She doesn't hurt other dogs, but she's like.
I think a lot of dogs are like that.
Yeah. She loves all people, babies especially, but dogs.
Dogs are generally kind of territorial, so if there's other dogs in it's getting pretty close. Less than 10 minutes away.
My favorite superhero is.
I'm gonna go get my sister. Bring it.
Are you still coming out?
Yeah.
My favorite I don't know.
You don't have to have a favorite. There's a lot of good superheroes
And villains.
and villains.
The one I like about Suicide Squad is when you can. It's because they got like new Harley Quinn and Joker. I like Harley Quinn and Joker. That's cool.
Harley Quinn didn't actually come from the comic books originally. She was from a cartoon.
Yeah. Do you know like the Gotham series?
I used to watch the show, yeah.
Well, like in a probably when they make a new season, they're gonna put Harley Quinn in, and they made her like really young.
Got kind of the Cheshire grin going on now.
Right over the Eclipse.
Right. Like normally a plane flies by, you don't have that shadow like you do now, but...
Right. Well, I mean, it just happened to, I think you might get that shadow if it just happened to fly right through the sun. It's just, that was kind of a...
Right.
Incredible coincidence.
Make sure I'm recording, unlike the cinnamon challenge.
Yup. You bastard. Yeah, it feels pretty good right out here right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna go grab those other glasses.
If the sun was like this normally, I wouldn't mind it quite as bad.
Well, that's how we'll have it when we set up lot there.
You guys did the cinnamon challenge?
Yeah. I swallowed the cinnamon without choking, and he forgot to turn on the camera.
Like, were you guys trying to do a video?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's normally what you do is you do the cinnamon challenge and you record it and like put it on YouTube. So we were going to do that. We had all our friends and everybody choked on the cinnamon like you usually do, except for me. I swallowed it without choking.
You forgot to turn on the camera.
But he didn't record it.
Did that for nothing. For YouTube, I just record stuff with it. I don't really have a camera. Except, like, I record videos, I have this, thing, this app called, like, this recorder that you get to record your apps on your phone like that. So, like, I just do that. I just play with it.
Use those.
So close.
I have a few extra pairs.
I should brought my phone out so I know exactly what time it is. Do you have yours?
Yeah. It is 11:30. It switched over right when I turned on my phone, so about 3 minutes. So what do you think? It's like 85% maybe right now?
Probably.
Maybe more? It's important to know for when we, blot out the sun.
I don't know exactly how much of the sun we need to blot out.
Yeah.
You guys should do this. You should post this video
I plan on posting it
on YouTube.
on the YouTube. At least the middle part. Constant adjustments. You have to adjust pretty regularly with how much I'm zoomed in on it.
Yeah.
2 minutes. let's just use this.
No good?
It's too far away. So all it is just a dot on the thing. So it doesn't really give you any kind of detail. What up? Wanna look at it?
Got some of those?
Yeah, I got a couple pairs. We're about a minute away from as eclipsed as it's going to get here. I'm also recording it, so. Not here, no. You'd have to be about 200 miles like north of here in Idaho to get the full eclipse, but that's probably pretty close to as much as it's going to get. Still got a little bit of time, but only about a minute, so.
Got it all for like an hour and then once the sun was gone away.
Yeah, I had to go to Salt Lake to get these. There was no so.
What did you try?
Walmart, Target, Best Buy.
I worked at Best Buy actually, and people coming in like all day, like a couple days ago, just trying to get them.
Well, it's 11:33, so 11:33 is when it's supposed to be at its peak. So yeah, so I checked all over around here. Ended up going to the Clark Planetarium in Salt Lake to get them. I wouldn't have had to if I wouldn't have waited so long. I just waited longer than I should have. I got them like a week before the thing, so. This is as dark as it's gonna get. I imagine it's past the midpoint now. Yep.
Do you ever want a Nintendo Switch?
Yes.
I
When
always-
they come down to like when they start selling normally in the stores, and
Yeah,
when they
they
have a
have
couple more games that I'm interested in.
There's Splatoon 2.
Yeah, I'm not interested in Splatoon 2. Personally.
I think there's Mario.
There's a new Mario. I think there's a Mario Kart. There's the Zelda. That's what I'm most interested in right now.
God. There's a spider! That's so bad. I'm scared I'm gonna get bit. And if I ever get a Nintendo Switch, the only thing I might be playing Zelda because I never liked Zelda. You ever heard of about like the VR for
PlayStation?
For
Xbox? I haven't heard of Xbox having one. Although I think they bought Oculus, so they might have
Yeah, the
that.
Oculus.
Yeah.
For Xbox.
Who bought Oculus?
I think Microsoft bought
Really?
Oculus, yeah.
That's interesting.
Wait.
I think it was Microsoft.
What kind of game system do you have?
I have a PlayStation 4, a PlayStation 3, and an Xbox One, and a Wii currently set up.
Oh,
I have other systems too, but not all of them are set up. You get a good picture? I couldn't get one with my phone. It was just not enough optical zoom.
Yeah, I'm having to put it into professional mode and turn the aperture and all these other weird things. I don't even know. I'm just adjusting stuff to it better.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did with my camera here, although there's not all that many adjustments I could make.
Dad,
Want to come look at it? It's about as good as it's going to get. It's actually a little bit past the midpoint, but
Cool. Are you really gonna get dark?
this is as dark as it's going to get. It's past the midpoint. So if we were in Idaho, it would have been dark a couple minutes ago.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, in Idaho they were in the total eclipse path, so like in the middle of Idaho, so that the sun was completely blocked out by the moon.
And now that's not gonna go away?
That's as good as it's going to get. It's now going to slowly move away from the sun. So it was at its peak about 4 minutes ago.
Thinking I was gonna go back to bed.
Were you able to get a decent picture?
Dude, I feel
That's pretty good.
I think that's my max zoom all the way in. Man, I wish I could.
Yeah, my camcorder's all right. It has like a 40 optical zoom. So. See, that's about as good as I can get. It's just a blurry mess.
Do you have a professional mode on yours?
I don't know. I don't play around with the camera all that much.
Oh yeah, I think you have the same one I do. Hit
Oh my.
Pro and then turn the aperture all the way down.
my mom has a Samsung S8 Plus.
That's great fun. Or great cameras.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I like this phone.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic. Wow.
Usually 2 days on a charge on it. So.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm super heavy on mine. So
Yeah, I'm not a super heavy user on mine. So yeah, my camcorder here, I have it on about a 25 zoom. That's about as good as it gets with that. Like I can go up to 40, but that's just too much. You haven't played with the camera on this phone very much, so thank you for showing me how to do that. So I'll have to play around with that a little bit.
I like to take the best pictures I can with my smartphone. I don't have the money for it.
So what phone do you have?
Yeah, 7. Is that the one you got?
Mine is the Note.
Oh, okay. No 5?
No, 5. I think.
Yeah, that's at the same time.
Yeah.
I miss that phone. I miss thinking crazy.
The only issue I really have with this phone is that there's no like SD card slots.
And that's why I traded.
But to get around that, I got one of these little things.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah, it's a little plug it right in. Then I just got a 128 gig SD card for it.
just stick it in there.
So if I want to watch a movie or something, it's just on that SD card.
Yeah.
That's about 10 minutes of sun at 10% intensity. That's a full minute of sun. That is more than enough for me. So
Fair
I
enough.
take a vitamin D supplement, so I don't have to be out in the sun.
We're gamers, shut it. You never know.
Yeah. I also use it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I got 2 of the roommates we all work on this one. That's right.
Nice.
And we just.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, awesome.
a big old nerd.
I love the portal.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
And then I got this. This was actually my first bet there.
That's sweet. You play Destiny at all?
I do
I
not.
have.
Yeah. That's the
It's
one
hard.
that I'm really into.
My dad wants to play Destiny too.
I'm so excited for Destiny 2. I cannot wait for it.
That's an MMO, right?
Yeah, it's like online MMO. Like.
It's just an online game that you get weapons, gears, and you get new ghosts. And
I don't
you,
do a lot of like MMO, like
Do you like the
multiplayer.
story?
I prefer like a single player with a good story. Maybe a co-op, but
Yeah. Yeah. Did you get into Halo a lot?
no, I'm not huge into the shooter.
Okay.
Like, with the exception of a couple of weirder shooters that add extra stuff to it. And Halo, to be fair, did add a lot to what's normal in shooting, like sheer force field and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
They're the ones that really popularized the auto thing, which I think is overused in a lot of games now, but
you ever played Battlefront 1?
I didn't play it.
I have it. It's fun. It's hard though.
I'm more of an action adventure kind of game.
I've always been big into the shooters, but I do enjoy more like a lot of the third-person games as well.
Yeah.
But I never got into like Grand Theft Auto type games.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto, Mafia.
Yeah.
Mafia 3 was neat. Oh, it was so good. It took all of the, like, it doesn't have a lot of the filler crap that Grand Theft Auto has, so you can't, like, go do yoga and crap like
Yeah, a little
in
random
Grand Theft
things.
Auto, which I'm fine with. I want my game to actually, like, focus on the good stuff.
Exactly.
But the driving is better than any other, like, game like that I've played.
That's interesting.
The shooting, like the mechanics for like stealth are much better than any other that type of game that I've played. So this is a really good game. It got panned by critics or something. It was an excellent game.
You guys ever played Mirror's Edge?
I have played Mirror's Edge.
The first, the new one,
No, I played the original one. I wasn't a big fan.
the original one I did not like, but the new one you might like because better graphics and you get to do more stuff.
I'm not big into 3D platformers. I don't think like 3D and like first-person 3D platformers. I don't think that's a good mix.
Yeah. I can understand that.
It's kind of hard to properly platform in a first-person perspective.
I haven't really been able to figure out what types of games I like. I just know I like. I don't know.
I mean,
It's weird.
as long as you can find games that you do enjoy, it doesn't really matter. I actually, me and my roommate there, we actually work on guides for game facts. So we have a whole bunch of guides for game facts, and we do YouTube videos on how-tos and stuff like that.
That's cool.
If you ever play the Arkham Knight game and go for the collectibles, then our YouTube channel is set up for that.
Yeah, it just shows
Like,
you where to go.
Well, not only does it show you where to go, it shows you a map, and we use annotations, which they've now disabled. You can't do annotations on YouTube. To click on each individual one, and it'll take you to the part in the video where it shows you how to get that trophy
Yeah,
or
yeah.
that little like collectible. So then you can click back and it'll take you back to the map. So anything you're missing, you can just click on it and it'll show you how to get there.
Yeah, okay, that's nice.
I don't really
Yeah, except
collect.
now they got rid of annotations because a lot of people use annotations to just make your screen go.
I really don't
Like they
collect.
didn't like the click-through rate for annotations was super low. Most people were just turning them off. Our click-through rate was like 125% on the video because people would click back and forth in the video all the time. So
Just trying to get everything.
yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go for some of the collectibles, in that
We'll
game
get all
to get
of
the
them.
real ending, you have to get everything, including all of the collectibles. So.
Are you talking about every Arkham?
Arkham Knight specifically, but we have some stuff for Arkham City, I think, too.
I don't really collect them. I just beat the game and I just mess around. That's one thing. Like I'll like unlock like arenas to fight and stuff, but I don't really.
New game Hellblade Setsu's Sacrifice. Fantastic. And it's only $30.
Yeah. All the best games seem to be pretty cheap these days. They're the ones that I've been playing a lot of games on Steam lately. They're all the like pre-release games that you buy it now.
Yeah, so Setsu's Sacrifice, it's a shorter game. I think you could probably do it like most. It's kind of designed around being about a video game. It has some glitches, which I think they've done some patching on. I actually ran into one toward the end of the game, and it broke my game so bad I had to start over from the beginning.
Wow.
So if you do get it, it's for the PlayStation 4. Back up your saves regularly on
All the time.
a flash drive, so that if your game does get glitched out, you can just back up to your last backup save.
I've done that a few times. Devastated before.
We use that pretty regularly for making our videos because we want to go over the same section again and again and again. And in an auto-saving game, you can't just go back to the beginning of the section. So we save it onto a flash drive, play through the section and record it, and if we don't like how it came out or we just want more detail, different angles and stuff, we can do it again.
Makes sense, yeah. It's just a good way to start over.
Do you have the VR for your PlayStation?
No.
Oh, you should get it.
Not real interested in VR.
I'm
I
not
think
either.
it's a fad. I think it's going to go away just like it has every other time that kind of stuff has come
I
out.
like 3D on TVs.
Right.
Yeah. I have two 3D TVs. I don't use 3D at all.
I have a 3DS and I just have the 3D turned off on the thing.
Yeah, it's
You
not.
have a 3DS?
Yeah.
I've been dying to get one.
Like if I was going to get another one, I would buy the new 2DS because it doesn't have the 3D, it's cheaper, and it still has all of the functionality aside from the stupid 3D thing.
Yeah, exactly. Man, it's actually kind of crazy how fast that moves.
Yeah. I mean, you really get it if you're watching the camera, because
You'll be able to speed it up.
I have to adjust it constantly. Yeah, I will be able to speed it up later. I'm going to put this on YouTube just the way it is. And then I will maybe do a sped up version of it too. Yeah, I set up another pair of these glasses on the...
Yeah, no, that's smart.
It's got a lot of weirdness going on. Like there's this big red ring around the whole thing. I imagine just because of light bleed.
Yeah.
Because of the glasses being bent probably, but it's better than nothing.
It works. That's awesome.
And it's got issues because this isn't the best camera, so it's got issues with auto adjust.
It's incredibly orange.
Yeah. I think that's closer to the natural light of the sun. It's just like when it's through the atmosphere, it's just that it's so bright that when you normally look at it, it comes out as like even if you just glance at it, it comes out like a yellowish white because it's so bright.
You guys ever heard of the Xbox One X?
Yes.
My dad's gonna get it soon, and he's gonna give me the Xbox One S that he got me for my birthday.
That'll be cool. It's practically over. Yeah, it started at like 10:15 and was maxed out at like 11:33.
Oh,
So you missed the most of it.
yeah, we did.
I considered coming and knocking on the door and asking
You
you guys.
should have.
I assumed that you knew that what was going on. Like
I thought.
I recorded it.
Oh, cool.
The
Yeah.
recording isn't the best, but it's something.
Yeah, we messed up.
You wanna
Sure.
see?
So neat.
Oh, wow.
I know, right?
And that was at its peak. What was it, like 20 minutes ago? Yeah, about 20 minutes ago. So,
Wow. Well, we got to see
most
some
of
of it.
Sweet. I told you the moon was in the sun.
The moon is definitely all up in the sun.
Well,
What a conifer! Another dog's name I don't remember.
Rio.
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 Ria.
Spanish for river.
I see.
That's how I remember it.
Like Rio de Janeiro.
The sun is.
You have to watch it.
There's an eclipse right now.
I'm on today's Eclipse Day.
You missed the most of it. It was the most eclipse 20 minutes ago, but
Well,
it was just a tiny sliver earlier. 90% of it was
and
covered.
then there's our castle. Corgis are very friendly.
Somebody wants to be his roommate. See?
Alright.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's your name? I'm bad with names.
Surrey.
What?
Surrey.
Like
Surrey.
listen.
Okay.
And I'm Marcia. Like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, that's the
Don't
first thing
go
that
there.
popped into my head,
Don't
and I
go
was
there.
tempted to say it, but I didn't.
Thank you. Yeah, I used to work at the hospital up here on the original. Even the doctors would do that to me.
And we go there every Halloween to get the most candy.
Yeah,
Those kind of places are pretty good for candy, I would think.
up in the terrace, yeah.
Yep. Sometimes they even give out money.
Yeah.
So I wonder, well, I guess dogs eat things.
I would imagine they would know not to.
So,
If,
They make you feel good with those classes. You look pretty silly. Want some cheese?
I thought it would get darker.
we're only at about 91% here, so
Oh, it's,
you have to be in Idaho to get the full thing, and then it gets super dark.
oh, okay.
I mean, you can feel that the sun is mostly covered, but you don't feel like
Yeah.
the sun is directly on you. It feels overcast out there.
Yeah, and I can actually look at the sun.
Not
It's
now.
very
Just
weird.
with these,
Just with those.
It's really cool.
you look at it, just your eyeballs, it'll hurt
You
you.
have fun with it. It's hard to see with the glasses.
It is a little bit tricky to move along the way.
Yeah, but the cool side is fine.
Just think, Zuri, you have to be 108 to see it again.
I think there's going to be another one in 7 years.
But not the full. The full?
Full eclipse, 7 years.
It'll be
Not on this side of the country.
Yeah.
It'll only hit like the eastern half of the country.
Well, we'll
because
start
the way it
saving.
lines up. But
Yeah.
yeah, in 7 years there's going to be another full eclipse.
Oh, okay.
It's not random, but it's practically random how often everything lines up just right. But yeah, there's going to be another full eclipse on the eastern side of the country. It'll come up, I think, through Mississippi and then go right over Maine.
Okay, because I thought
So if you can get to Maine in 7 years, it'll be perfect for eclipse.
I have a sister in Jersey.
Well, that might be close enough.
That might be close
you can
enough.
look up the map online, and it'll show you
Yeah.
like the path and exactly where the.
Yeah,
You
give me
just
an
want to be as
excuse
close
to my sister.
to the you want to be as close to the main path as possible. If you're inside the main path, you'll get full view, and it's about, at least this year, it's about a 70-mile wide swath. So the farther you are outside of that, we're about 200 miles like south of that here. That's why we only got like 92%.
Oh, that makes sense. Because I know that
We're
the
just
farmers,
not quite the right area.
yeah, in Idaho, they were screaming because people were camping on there.
Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine that they have a real issue with that.
Yeah, especially when this is the middle of their dry farming.
Right.
No. No. No, there's been others. It's like he said, there's been others.
The last one before this, I think, was like 30 years.
That was maybe 33.
The last full eclipse. There was another partial eclipse like just a few years ago.
Yeah. And a lot of lives.
If I was born, it was a close thing. I don't know exactly how far away it was, but I didn't know that.
Oh, you're young. Let's raise some kids. You're quiet. Okay. Back to school tomorrow.
I can even run in these.
I wonder what the earth
They're
looks like
heavy.
during the eclipse. That'd be kind of
You probably get a very similar effect. Well, because the Earth is going to have a shadow of the moon covering it. So, like, Idaho right now would probably look like night.
Yeah, I've got a friend over there right now.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, the sun is totally out of my thing again. It moves too quickly. Yeah, it's in large part uncovered now.
Yeah, you look like you're 16.
Yeah, I do, I know. Working on my
Are you?
This is the most weird I can get. The side always comes in patchy and
Yeah.
terrible. So I go with the dark side evil person goatee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll try it now. I'll give it another 5 years before I
Well, the other day I was at the library and the lady asked me if my daughter was with me. No, she's my granddaughter, but thank you.
So I'll post the video online on my YouTube account, but
Okay.
it's perfect.
Does Eric
Yeah,
have?
I don't know if he does. I can, like, come over if he does.
Okay.
Here's how I try it. B-U-R-K.
And
Q.
TV on this again.
A-W-I-T-Z. And our video game channel is Studio 308 Games.
I play Animal Jam.
Well, we do not have any videos on Animal.
Sometimes I play Minecraft.
No videos on Minecraft either, although it is not impossible that we would at some point. B-U-R-Q-A-W-I-T-Z. It's unique spelling. As far as I know, I'm the only person in the world with that spelling. I I legally changed my name.
What was your last one?
I'm not going to tell you because I hated that name. That's why I changed it.
See,
It
when
ended-
you're a woman, you just get married and
Yeah.
you can change it. But I liked my maiden name. I was, because it's Earl, and I thought it would be cool to have a boy at a wedlock, and I would have called him Earl.
I see. Made his life just miserable. So
I could have been Earl.
did you find it?
I did. Yeah.
There's also a video on there of me getting tased and eating the